lived together. Then the wars came.
Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind is a movie that only die-hard fans are likely to appreciate. It's stuffed to the gills with over-the-top violence and callbacks to the two recent animated films before it, as well as a story about a warrior who isn't as front and center as the rest of the series' fighters. Kenshi, voiced by Manny Jacinto. Unfortunately, as a direct sequel to last year's Battle of the Realms, it lacks much of the excitement and energy of that film and the one that preceded it, Scorpion's Revenge.
All you have to do is pledge your loyalty.
Where Battle of the Realms presented itself as a straightforward battle royale between some of Mortal Kombat's titans, Snowblind feels more like a Mad Max-styled post-apocalyptic thriller than an extension of a richly detailed video game universe. It's frustrating because there are flickers of greatness woven throughout, especially when it comes to weaving a story around one of Mortal Kombat's lesser-known personalities. On one hand, centering the plot mostly around Kenshi is a smart move. He remains the central pulse in the film from start to finish, and it's truly compelling to watch him grow from a scrappy brawler to a warrior hardened by adversity.
Let's protect Earthrealm and end this right now.
This is my fight.
But Snowblind spends too much time elsewhere away from Kenshi when we've already been drawn in and want to learn more about him. The end result is a muddled mess of plot between Kenshi's growth as a warrior and King Kano's downfall. There are countless brawls between lesser characters, but in the end, all you really want to see is Kenshi improve and Kano defeated, not his underlings repeatedly challenged. These battles boil down to a predictable series of encounters and ultimately steer Snowblind toward familiar fare. A young warrior must learn to be humble if he wants to succeed so he can defeat a great enemy, meeting new faces and learning new abilities along the way. Except it's so thoroughly peppered with other battles that story doesn't have time to breathe.
Is it just me, or is it getting a little bit nippy out here?
Visually, Snowblind mostly misses the mark. It does an admirable job of illustrating the bleak desert wasteland that most of Earthrealm now inhabits, but that comes with a price. Bland brown and tan environments that permeate the entirety of the movie. The only exceptions are the neon green hues of the Well of Souls and certain snowy landscapes later on. Unfortunately, the character designs don't fare much better. Their ultra-stylized appearances combined with harsh, angular faces and bodies feel cheap and uninspired. That said, the abundance of battles are animated well, with a fluidity that feels almost out of place for the low-quality character designs. There's a veritable ballet of destruction that's on par with the Mortal Kombat games, as well as more recent adult animation like Castlevania and The Legend of Vox Machina, and it works well here.
To be the best warrior, take your stance.
Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind is an interesting effort to illustrate more of Kenshi's past, but it muddles its own plot. It's a color-by-numbers apocalyptic thriller with a shiny new Mortal Kombat paint job. Some of Kenshi's story beats are satisfying, and it's refreshing to see a character that doesn't get much screen time shine for a bit. But that just isn't enough to carry the entire movie. Kenshi's plight is worth watching for, but stripped away of its attachments to Mortal Kombat, what's left is a thin homage to post-apocalyptic carnage that simply won't resonate with audiences that aren't die-hard fans.
The sword, it allows you to see.
For more, check out our reviews of the previous two Mortal Kombat Legend movies, and for everything else, stick with IGN.